Another warrior from the south arrived on the battlefield with only 3 arrows in his quiver. Only with 3 arrows he came to battle. And Krishna and others were there, pre-battle preparations are going on. He came and said, people asked him, how come you have only three arrows? He said, with 1 arrow I can kill all the Kauravas. With 1 arrow I can kill all the Pandavas. So, 3 is more than enough for me. When Krishna heard this boast, he said, why don't you show what kind of skills you have? And he showed him a banyan tree with thousands and thousands of leaves. He said, let me see with a single arrow how many leaves you can pierce. Barbaric used a single arrow with the necessary empowerment of occult, and with a single arrow, he pierced every leaf on the tree, and the arrow came and hovered around Krishna's feet, which was over a fallen leaf, waiting to pierce that. Krishna said, that's very impressive. And on whose side will you fight? Because nobody has seen him before, he's come from the south. He said, I will always fight on the losing side. Day by day I will see. If Kauravas are losing, I'll fight for them. If Pandavas are losing, I'll fight for them. Any time when I see one particular army is losing, I will fight for them. Now Krishna looked at this situation, so if this guy is on the other side, you should not win. That'll be the formula. Because if you win, if you start winning, this guy will join the… if he's on this side, he will go and join the other side. So, Krishna said, can I ask you for something which will you give it to me? I want you to remove the head of 1 warrior. Barbaric said, for you I will do it, tell me who it is. Krishna went into his camp, brought out a mirror and showed it to him. Barbaric knew he was done in. He asked one request, yes, but I have come all the way from the south to see this war. I want to see this war. Such a great war, a warrior like me, I don't want to miss it. I wanted to see the spectacle of this war. So Krishna said, that's okay, you remove your head, I will see that your head can see and speak. So he took his sword and removed his own head and held it by the hair and gave it to Krishna before he fell. So he gave the head to him and they placed the head in the battlefield in a vantage point where he could see everything. And it so happened that when the war began, any time he saw something cowardly, something funny, Barbaric would laugh so uproariously, he would unnerve lot of soldiers. And just his laughter would create such a disharmony. Then, after a couple of days of battle, Krishna said, let us give him a much better vantage point and move the head to the top of the hill. From there he can see and laugh. Too close up, he is unnerving our soldiers. So that head was kept on the hilltop, sat there, just the head, watching the war, laughing, commenting and doing things. And remind me later, when the war is over, we'll see what the head has to say about the war. So, this head sat on top of the hill and watched the whole game. When Dronacharya was killed, after that Arjuna kind of raging now because Karna is going to be the commander and he wants to kill him. All these days Krishna was kind of pampering and babysitting Arjuna. Now he came out. Arjuna, you just know this. You are not the greatest archer. Any day, with eyes closed, Karna will be a better archer than you. Arjuna was shocked. Krishna, you are saying this to me. Krishna said, I am telling you the truth. Tomorrow you are going to battle with that man. So you better know the truth. Fancy things you can believe from distance. When you come close up, you better know it. Tomorrow you're going to battle the man. I want you to know he is a better archer than you any day. He has Indra Shakti with him and a few others ayudas with him. If Indra had not taken that kavacha, his armor and his kundalas, if these two things were not taken from him, please know this, he can defeat you and kill you. He can defeat Indra himself and kill him. Why Indra? He can defeat me and he can kill me. I want you to know this. Even I could not take him in battle if he had his kavacha and kundala.
Very, very, very interesting. Man, it would be great to see the Mahabharata done, you know, in movie form. I think it would be awesome. Man, my mind is just like spinning, thinking about what the guru said about this archer. Like, what would that look like? How would that look animated? You know, do you animate it? Do you do live action? I think there's just so much richness in the Mahabharata that it needs to be redone. It needs to be redone. It needs to have a place, a storytelling, because I think something like the Mahabharata is very good for India, because I think it draws Indians back to their culture, to their roots, to their foundation. And there are so many forces, I think, that are trying to get a hold of India and pull it away from what makes India India. This traditionalism that happens in there's, you know, there's the geopoliticalness of India, where people are trying to get their way and take this area and take that area. There's liberalism that comes in and wants to, you know, underneath the guise of deliverance and empowerment and embodiment and you know, freedom, is really a certain type of bondage, because you're giving up who you are, you're giving up your heritage. And I think if a very good Mahabharata could come out, it could shock everybody back to their senses and say, well, let's get back to what, you know, the main thing is the main thing. Like, let's get back to who we are, and we can still be kings of the East. We can still have this great economy, this great army, this great navy, this great air force. We can do all these things, but we won't lose our identity through it, because I think there is a great effort of globalization to strip areas of their identity and make them kind of blend into a global pot. And that's, I'm not interested in that, and I don't think India should be interested in that. I am an American. I have a culture. I have a belief system. I have a idea of how America was founded, and what does that mean to me as an American. I shouldn't give that up because I love India, right? I can be both. I can be this American who has these ideas, who's a traditional American, and embrace my Indian brother and sister. And I think India can do the same. We need to push back against the liberalism that is trying to take away our traditionalism. India, Israel, and America are the same. We have a common enemy, right? And one of the ways to get rid of us is to attack the foundation of who we are. And people will say things in comments. I'm not Hindu. I'm not against the Hindus. I'm Christian, right? I'm not trying to convert Hindus. I see a lot of motives being applied to me in comments, and it's like, come on, dude. Why can't you be you and I be me? But this sounds like a song. Why can't you be you and I'll be me? It is. It's James Bay. What's up? Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I would ask you to please subscribe. Please like and share. And please go check out Dark Sky Radio, the greatest internet radio station in the world.